Alrighty, so today I'll be doing my presentation on Tenochtitlan, the origins of Tenochtitlan. Tenochtitlan was a city founded in 1325 by the Mexican people, who were the ruling class of the Aztec Empire. It was the capital of the Aztec Empire until Cortez's siege in 1521. It was the most populated city in the pre-Columbian Americas, with over 200,000 people living on the tiny island. The city was created in the shallow side of Lake Texaco and required some crazy ingenuity. From people who weren't even fully utilizing the invention of the wheel, they created complex systems of roads and even retractable bridges through the water. Not only this, they had also constructed a levee almost 10 miles long to hold back the brackish waters of Lake Texaco and provide the citizens with clean water for bathing and washing clothes. However, they preferred to drink mountain spring water and not the fruit of this unreal labor. Pre-Columbian turns not so pre-Columbian. Tenochtitlan remained untouched by European conquistadors until Cortez, controversially, left Cuba, where he had been for 8 years under Diego Velázquez, and landed in the Yucatan Peninsula. It was controversial because though the mission had previously been approved by Velázquez, he had changed his mind at the last minute due to an old feud. Cortez, in an open act of mutiny, still left for the Yucatan, taking many of his men with him. They met very little resistance in terms of native military power. Also, Cortez took Veracruz, a move that no longer made him a mutineer, but a governor under the direct rule of King Charles, making interference by Velázquez illegal. He also scuttled the ships that they had landed with so that they could not retreat. Thousands of native warriors, sick of paying tributes to the Aztecs, aligned themselves under the promise of toppling Tenochtitlan with Cortez. The fall of Tenochtitlan. Though Cortez was received by Montezuma peacefully, this relationship quickly deteriorated. At first, it was the killing of 2 of the 4 emissaries he sent to a neighboring tribe to have them swear allegiance to him, and then it came out that supposedly it was Montezuma who ordered them to be killed. This resulted in Montezuma being taken hostage, and the start of Cortez's puppet rule of Tenochtitlan. Things reached a boiling point while Cortez was away pertaining to Spanish troops moving in to arrest him. While he was away dealing with that, the small guard he had left behind got cold feet about a ritual that was being performed that they were promised contained no human sacrifice. Upon learning that they were lied to, the guard blocked the exits to the square and massacred thousands of Aztecs indiscriminately. Upon hearing this news, Cortez hurried back from his altercation, somehow persuading the other Spaniards who he had just been killing to follow him back. His number was now in the low thousands, along with natives and cannons and the like. He was surprised that he was able to re-enter the city so easily, as he expected fierce resistance. The Aztecs then blocked all the roads leading out and razed the bridges, trapping the Spanish in the city. Cortez then took his men to try and fight their way out of the city, as they no longer had Aztecs supplying food and other resources. This led to the night known as La Noche Triste, the sad night, where hundreds of Spanish died driving themselves across the causeway out of the city, some even drowned. With this crushing defeat weighing heavily on Cortez, he received reinforcements from Cuba and the natives and led a 93-day siege on the city. When the siege was all said and done, over 40,000 warriors and over 40,000 civilians were massacred in total. Many of the warriors were just left floating in the water around the city. To avoid fighting in an urban setting, the siege had advanced block by block, leveling all structures in its path, end result being the total devastation of the city. And the bibliography.